Hello everyone, I'm Jessica Blackbird. Welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Well, you guys, China is up to their old games, but they may really, go in on Taiwan. Let's see what happens. Listen to this article and let me know what you think. According to several publications, 27 Chinese warplanes enter Taiwan's air defense as Taipei says it won't shy away from a fight. So I'm going to read you the Daily Mail version of this report. President Xi sends forces to surround island as part of his plan to secure his unification legacy. I mean, seriously, they're saying unification legacy. And Russia is also doing the same thing. So these two evil, in my opinion, people. 27 Chinese fighter jets, including 16 Russian-made Su-30s, have flown into Taiwan's air defense zone today. Comes amid huge air and sea war games that Beijing has declared in response to Pelosi visiting the island. Taiwan's generals have defied Beijing's threats, saying they will not shy away from a fight with China. Expert told Mail Online that Xi's fury comes ahead of autumn's Party Congress where he will establish autocracy with Taiwan reunification, his hoped for legacy. Dozens of Chinese warplanes entered Taiwan's air defense zone today, shortly after Nancy Pelosi flew out of the country following a diplomatic visit that infuriated Beijing and drew threats of military retaliation. In total, 27 fighters, including 16 Russian-made jets, crossed into the zone, which prompted defensive measures from Taipei. The incursion comes amidst huge Chinese war games taking place until Sunday, which will surround the island in an effective blockade and cross into Taiwan's territorial waters. But Taipei's generals have defied the threats, saying today that they are not looking for a fight with China, but won't shy away from one either. We are resolved to uphold our sovereignty, liberty, and democracy, they said in a statement posted alongside a video of fighter jets and submarines, attack helicopters, and warships on maneuvers. We fear no threat or challenges. We are not eager for a fight, nor will we shy away from one. We have the capacity and the will to uphold our valued liberty and democracy and maintain our region's stability, the generals added. Meanwhile, the G7 condemned the military drills announced by China around the island, saying in a statement, there is no justification to use a visit as pretext for aggressive military activity in the Taiwan Strait. In my opinion, you guys, that's exactly what they did. They used Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan to become even more aggressive. Xi Jinping has reacted furiously to Pelosi's visit. The most senior U.S. politician to go to Taiwan in the last 25 years, which comes weeks before he is due to assume an historic third term as China's leader. Matthew Henderson, associate fellow at the Council on Geostrategy, told Mail Online, Xi has made so-called reunification with Taiwan his chosen cause and hoped for a legacy as China's greatest leader since Mao. It would be as well to assume that in the run-up to the Party Congress, when he intends to secure permanent autocracy, Xi will be willing to take significantly greater risks than Chinese governments in the past. While the risk of immediate conflict around Taiwan is low, Mr. Henderson added that it would be an error to assume that the Xi regime is able to hold back from disastrous adventurism when it has painted itself into such a corner over the right to reunite with Taiwan, whose people want nothing of the kind, and which the liberal world must not allow. He continued, Xi is already using the whole gamut of coercive state powers, including hostile military activity, to try to erode Taiwanese resolve and that of Taiwan's supporters. Xi could bring down the Taiwanese government by blockading the island, which depends heavily on imported food and other staples. But confidence and resilience is growing, and Xi will not welcome this. We should not rule out the possibility of sudden, devastating missile attacks on the central government that would bring a rapid collapse of resistance. Then the rest of the world could protest and sanction to no avail. Xi could, if he felt compelled to do so by threats to his personal authority, authorize such an assault at very little notice indeed. He may be counting on this, they should say, as an element in his current campaign of bluff and coercive pressures on a global front. There is still time for the concerted energies of the free world to make it clear to Xi that his agenda to annex Taiwan and impose unaccountable totalitarian rule on 23 million citizens of a vibrant democracy will never be allowed to succeed. Pelosi met with Taiwan President, I can't say her name, Tsai Ing-wen in Taipei today, where she pledged continued U.S. support for the island's democracy. Today, the world faces a choice between democracy and autocracy, she said in a short speech during a meeting with Taiwan's president. America's determination to preserve democracy here in Taiwan and around the world remains ironclad. So I'm not going to go into the rest of the article because it's just more about the drills and Pelosi's visit. And my main point of bringing this article to you guys was to inform you that China is threatening Taiwan. And if, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, if they attack Taiwan, America will be thrust into a war with China. I really, truly believe that. Things are just so bad in the world right now. I believe in God. I'm a Christian, although very flawed. I believe prayer works, and no one wants to see young people go into war. So let's just keep our heads filled with hope and our hearts filled with hope, and let's pray that China backs down. But seriously, I believe that their leader is super evil, and he may take some enjoyment in torturing Taiwan's people, murdering them, and being in a war with the U.S. So I don't know if I'm, just being dramatic, but this is really worrying me. Anyway, you guys, let's talk about this in the comments section. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you there. Thank you.